Hi Charlie, welcome to the 37th day of my video polling experiment where I break down and analyze the LinkedIn poll that I posted last week and that closed this morning. Now, I've said on this channel before that there are certain topics that I know are almost guaranteed to garner an above average number of votes, and one of those topics is alcohol. Virtually every poll that I've posted that had alcohol somewhere in the title has done better than average, and my average is about 80 to 85 votes per poll. The polls with alcohol in the title often get 100 plus votes, which to me is the gold standard in poll performance. Anyway, last week's question was, which alcohol is most damaging to your health? There were 4 answer choices: beer, wine, vodka, and they are all bad. Of course, I didn't want anyone to assume that they had to select the lesser of 3 evils, hence why I gave them that 4th option, they are all bad, in case anyone believed that alcohol in general is just not good for your health. The scientific studies I've read have been pretty divided on this issue. Some of them say that a glass of wine before bed has health benefits, while others say that any level of alcohol does not do anything positive for your health. Anyway, on to the results of this poll. 13% of my 106 voters said that beer is the most damaging alcohol for your health. 1% of them said that wine is the most damaging alcohol, 18% said that vodka was the most damaging alcohol, and 64% of my voters were honest enough to admit that all of these alcohols are damaging to your health. Basically, they're all bad, maybe avoid them, or if you choose to drink them, don't assume that you're going to get any health benefits out of them. Now, I got 160 votes on this poll, which is the most votes that I've gotten on a poll in a very long time. I think my absolute record was 213 or 222 votes on a single poll, and that happened a year and a half ago, and I'm fairly convinced that it was some kind of fluke of the LinkedIn algorithm. So anyway, getting 106 votes on my polls is absolutely fantastic, and it's pretty rare. It's double my average votes per poll, which is 80 to 85. And I guess it just goes to show you that although LinkedIn is supposed to be a place that's solely for professional topics, self-development, career growth, etc., sometimes when you ask questions that are just a touch more controversial, like people have pretty strong opinions on alcohol, I've noticed, that you can get some pretty good engagement if you're smart about incorporating those kind of more emotionally resonant topics into your content. Anyway, onto the statistics about alcohol. 178,000 Americans die from excessive alcohol drinking each year. 62.5% of men and 56.6% of women, aka adults who are over 18 years old, drink alcohol. 21.9% of men and 13.9% of women binge drink alcohol. I would say that is a bit concerning, even if this binge drinking occurs only once a year, just because of the adverse effects it has on your health, and you can be taken advantage of in not so pleasant ways if you don't have your bearings mentally. Anyway, in 2022, 12% of high schoolers drank alcohol within the last 30 days. That must have been a very clever surveyor to be able to drag that out of teenagers, because I'm sure most of them know that they're not supposed to be drinking until they're of legal age. In the United States, that's 21 or older, but it's probably wiser that even if you're not necessarily buying the alcohol, to maybe hold off on the alcohol consumption until you're a legal adult who is 18 or more years old. But anyway, I guess that just goes to show that teenagers are perhaps more inclined to take risks than adults. Also, only 9.2% of US adults have never drunk alcohol. Now, this doesn't mean that this 9.2% is just not drinking alcohol right now. Like maybe they used to drink a copious amount of alcohol 10 or 20 years ago and now they stopped. No, these are adults who have literally never tasted a drop of alcohol in their lives and therefore have basically zero risk of becoming alcohol addicts, because how can you become addicted to something that you've literally never tried or consumed? So I just thought that was a pretty interesting statistic that shows that even though it's pretty rare for someone to never have drunk alcohol in their lives, especially if they're an adult, it's still possible, and you're not alone in that if that's the life path you want to go down. Also, here are the 3 countries with the highest average alcohol consumption in liters per year. The first country is Romania, where the average alcohol consumption is 16.8 liters per year. Second place is Georgia, that's a country in Eastern Europe, with 14.4 liters of alcohol per year on average. And in third place is Latvia, with 12.9 liters of alcohol per year consumed by the average citizen. Now, I find it interesting that all 3 of these top countries are in the same region of the world, perhaps even within driving distance of each other, and that is Eastern Europe. And it could be like just a cultural element. Maybe alcohol is a critical part of a lot of these social interactions. I can't say that I know enough about the culture of these countries or the marketing that goes into selling this alcohol, but I do find it interesting that there is such a concentration of heavy alcohol drinkers relative to the rest of the world in just this relatively small region of the world. Anyway, Charlie, thank you for listening to my spiel about alcohol. I know that I've probably spoken about this topic several times in the past, and I'm probably going to keep talking about it in the future because there are always new avenues to explore even with the same topic. But anyway, Charlie, thank you for all of your support. Thank you for being such a wonderful listener, and see you tomorrow for my 38th Daily Poll Analysis. Bye.